Welcome back to Maths Plus. Today we have a radical problem with the square root of 12 plus 2 square root 35, and we have the reciprocal over here. We need to convert it into a square root 5 plus b square root 7 and then solve this combination down here. So maybe pause the video and give it a try and see how you get on. But if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. Thank you. So let's get started. So our first step here now is to create the 5 and the 7 from the 12. So we're looking for the radicals square root 5 and square root 7. Now we can reformat it as a square, and we can put in the square root of 5 ought to be squared plus the square root of 7 ought to be squared plus 2 square root 5 square root 7. Now this is very useful as we can recall from algebra that a plus b ought to be squared is equal to a squared plus b squared plus 2ab. So this format here can be resolved as the square root of 5 plus the square root of 7 ought to be squared. So this is going to help us to cancel out the radical. Now that we have the square root of 5 and the square root of 7, let's focus now on the fraction. So when we work on the fraction, we have to apply the conjugate rule above and below. So we need to rationalise the denominator. So this is going to give us a result of square root 5 plus square root 7. It's going to stay the same. And over here we can multiply in, we get 2 square root 5 minus 2 square root 7 all over the product of the denominators, which will be the square root of 5 ought to be squared minus the square root of 7 ought to be squared, applying the difference of two squares. Now below we're going to get a result of negative 2. Divide this in above and below, and we will get the square root of 5 plus the square root of 7 minus the square root of 5 plus the square root of 7. We can compare the format to a square root 5 plus b square root 5, and we can deduct that when we sum up the square root of plus 5 and this negative square root, we're going to get 0 for the square root of 5, and also we're going to get 2 square root 7. So therefore a is equal to 0 and b coefficient is equal to 2. Now this is fantastic as we can concentrate now on the final format. So we can input our a and b into the a plus b. Now inputting it into a plus b, we will get 0 plus 2 over the square root of 2. Now split the square root of 2 into the product of the two radicals. Now we can see there where we have a cancellation, can cross those out, and we will get the square root of 2 all to the power of 10, which is equal to 2 to the power of a half. Multiply in by your 10, as we're going to apply the multiplication power rule, we will get 2 by a half multiplied by 10, which is equal to 2 to the power of 5. Now that we have this, we can conclude that our solution to the problem a plus b over the square root of 2 to the power of 10 is equal to 2 to the power of 5. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks a lot for watching and see you again soon on the next maths video.